Welcome back. This is Fantastic Chains and How We Hide Them. I'm not Chris.
And I'm not Karina.
But we're here together.
As usual.
For more shenanigans and fun times.
Yeah.
Indeed. He's mad at Greg for some reason. I think Greg owes him money.
Yeah.
Dooney's just here chilling.
He has my Venmo info and he won't send me the $1,000 I keep asking for.
He's the only one with the Venmo information.
Yeah.
It's a problem. Great. If this is your first time joining us, welcome, first of all.
Yep.
This is our channel / podcast / fun times where we talk about life being chronically ill and life with invisible illnesses and experiences.
Which invisible illnesses do we have?
Ah, yes. We have a plethora to choose from. Most of them fall under the category under my umbrella of Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. And we have hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, along with POTS, mast cell activation, other things.
And the mental stuff.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You name it, we got it.
Everyone here is mentally ill.
Ask Kaylee about it.
Problem. It's not a problem. It makes everyone funny. Calm down.
Yeah.
But, hi, welcome. Sorry. Where can they find us?
YouTube is probably the best bet, but we're also on Podbean, which puts us on most Spotify, Amazon, most podcast places, except for
Apple. Never Apple.
Never Apple.
They know what they did.
Oh, did they?
Shame.
And we also have a TikTok where we put all of our funny stuff or bits that
make us laugh.
Yeah, pretty much. If it makes us laugh, it goes up.
Yep.
And we also have a Discord.
Indeed.
If you want to jump in and need support or just want to hear jokes.
And join our community. It's full of really wonderful people who keep it very real and just lots of really wonderful support.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're feeling alone, that might be a good move. So come along as we talk about all the fun things. What are we going over today?
Well, when we were going over subjects, I was like, I've been having issues with self-worth, so let's jump into it.
Yep. So we're going to do self-worth and self-esteem. And we're going to just see where that takes us today. It'll be interesting. Especially because I was working on all of that with like therapy not too long ago.
Yeah.
So it'll be fascinating to see where that takes us.
Wait. We also have a third member who's off in the background doing all of the important work.
Yes.
Hi, guys.
Randy has been co-opted into helping.
Mm-hmm.
he now does what we need in the background.
He showed up and was like, "Why aren't you doing the things?" And we're like, I'm ill.
Chaos. We are chaos.
We just do the thing and then I don't know.
Well,
and he was like, no.
He does the stuff that we used to have to do.
Yes.
Getting up and messing
Oh
around.
my God,
or
that
looking
is
things
so
up.
helpful. So
it's so wonderful.
Get comfy.
Yeah.
And then he centers our stuff for us. So if it's ever wrong, you can just yell at him in the comments. It's
or
fine.
me, because I could also fix it and edit, but
and
like
he
if it
didn't.
makes it to the video, we've messed up a lot.
What a monster. Do you know what time it is?
It's time for the weekly recap.
Check in.
Hey, you've never done that before.
It's time to shake it up.
I'm going to go first.
Okay.
Because my week was not nearly as interesting as yours, as usual.
As usual.
I was supposed to see awesome Dr. Anna this week, but that did not happen. I don't remember why. Like if she had rescheduled or we had something.
Yeah.
Kids are going back to school and we're trying to get them on
a schedule.
Pick up and drop off, but they're like an hour apart and Jen has work and it's a whole thing. But I will see her, I think, next week, hopefully.
Yeah, that would be good. Because we're waiting on her first.
Yeah. I decided not to sleep for most of the week. I slept, I think, 2 nights.
Yes.
And, 2 days. It was like I fell asleep from maybe like 8 a.m. to 12.
Oh, okay.
So like
that's not very long.
No, and it's not like a good time for it.
No.
Right? So I think the mania hit. And it just would not let me sleep. And then I guess it wasn't hyperfixated. I was just
killing time.
Yeah, well, I was obsessed with like D2, gotta play Destiny 2. I'm not gonna sleep, might as well do it.
And did He did it.
Oh, did I?
Boy, did he do it.
Yeah. And because I haven't been going to bed at the right time, I haven't been taking my meds, which is wonderful. Like,
so naughty.
well, and it hits me when I can't take them. You know, like at 3 p.m, I can't take my morning meds.
Yeah.
So I have to wait till nighttime, and then I miss my night meds because I'm not taking them when I wake up and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Which is making it more impossible to sleep.
Do you set an alarm?
Sometimes.
So the answer to that is no. No,
yeah.
He does not. I even got him a fabulous organizer.
You should get that Met alarm that I just got.
Mm-hmm.
That it has a big flashing light and it goes, "It's time for your meds. It's time for your meds," and it won't stop until you take them.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It's horrifying because usually I'm the one in the room.
Yeah.
And then he is downstairs where he doesn't have to listen
so
to it.
You have
and
a heart
I
attack?
actually, the first time it happened, I wound up just texting him and I was like, "Your thing is screaming at me that it's time for your medication."
That's fantastic.
And flashing green. And then doing it again and again.
Does it get progressively more angry?
No.
It goes from green to yellow to red.
No,
and
but
then
it's just
explodes.
green and it just is like super
Yeah.
insistent and it's not friendly. I don't
Right.
like it.
But I haven't missed a dose since we started using it.
See?
Because I'll be like, "Get up here and take them right now or I'm
Yeah.
going to strangle you."
I need that. I'm going to blame the fact that we've moved all my computing stuff to down here. Even though I could just put the meds in my pocket.
I know. I got you the great organizer. You just put them in your pocket.
I don't want to lose them. So I'm like, I'm going to leave you safely tucked away.
That's fair.
So yeah, that's been messing with everything. So I had a manic week.
Mm-hmm. You're also out of a med.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm out of...
Sorta.
Okay, I need to talk about that. So we haven't been around... Like, last one we shot was last week, but it was a catch-up episode. Or we
We
skipped
didn't
last
even
week.
shoot last week.
Right.
Yeah.
There was a week we missed. And then I had to edit a bunch of videos together, and they were all not working. And
Yeah.
then I figured out what was wrong.
The upload was having problems.
Yeah. And I was out of Concerta, which is the, ADHD fatigue medication
Mm-hmm.
that makes me possible to do things.
Yeah.
Like the podcast. The only reason it exists is because of
It's because
Concerta.
of Concerta, yeah.
And it hit me hard. Like a week went by and I was like, what happened to time?
I've died. What happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not happy about this.
Well, because you don't usually fill your like med containers, and so you don't always notice when something's missing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it was just as soon as the Concerta wasn't on board, everything kind of fell apart.
I did that with allergy meds earlier this week.
Yeah.
Where I missed like 3 days, and then it took me like 3 days to catch back up.
Right.
I was miserable.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, and I didn't sleep last night either. I got a nap before you got here.
Yep.
I went upstairs and laid down at 10:30.
Good. Yeah.
A little
So
one.
you got like 2 hours. That's not bad.
No, it's
That's
definitely
something.
better
Yeah.
than it was.
I was worried when I woke him up. And I was like, "Oh no, he's not gonna he's gonna be too tired." But I was like, "Coffee. There's coffee.
No, I was ready.
Get the coffee."
I was. It actually was really restful.
Good.
It was like the perfect
Like a
time to
nice
wake up.
nap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did that.
That's good.
That was fun. Love child good. My oldest has been on an adventure and needed to talk to me about it. And it should be one of those really awkward things, like she started her period, but she's not ashamed. She doesn't care. She was telling me about it in detail, like just she was very excited and upset and appalled. But
These honey badger kids they just don't care.
They're
They're like, "I am game to talk about whatever."
yeah, especially with each other, because Rory was like asking tons of questions, and she was just like, "Well, And then she came up with a wonderful descriptor, which was, strawberry jam.
This is so upsetting to
That's
me.
how she presented it to Rory. Rory's like, "Why am I being picked up early?" And Rin's like, "Well, strawberry jam." And then Jen's like, she started her period
No.
to like stop that train of thought immediately.
No.
Oh, it was fantastic. And then she was telling me about it later and was telling me that her yellow underwear was ruined and now she has ketchup and mustard. I love her.
She's the best.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, your kids don't have like nothing is shameful because you've never shamed them for things.
Right.
That like for us growing up was like, shh, don't talk about that. Shh,
Right.
don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Like, we're not even going to talk to you about that. Here's a random book
Right.
that may or may not be accurate.
And she feels comfortable enough to joke about it too. Like,
Yeah.
she was really worried. Like, she knew it was coming.
Yeah.
She's had a week where she was cramping, and she's like, I think my
Aw.
period's gonna start. And we were like, maybe, like, it could happen at any point. But she was ready.
Right after starting middle school, right?
Yeah, like a weekend. Yeah.
Man.
So that was her first week. And then the last thing on my list is that my elbows are now cursed, because I had to go and say it last year. I was like, my elbows are perfect.
Yeah, because my elbows are garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Like hot garbage. They're just awful.
Well, and they've never
Continually.
hurt. Like, I've never had elbow pain until.
And then every time he says that, I'm like, oh, wait, just wait. It's coming for you.
Oh, I
And
knew
now
it was
it's
coming.
here.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, and it's bad. It's like I can't hold phone.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, because, oh, my God. So, I know exactly what you're talking about, and I'm trying to find a good way to explain it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you're holding something and the muscle relaxes accidentally, and then something shifts to the side.
Mhm.
Like, everything in my body is like, I wish more people talked about EDS in terms of like rotation,
Yes.
because so much of what happens is rotational.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like, oh, I partially dislocated my shoulder. It's like I've rolled the bone the wrong, like it's sitting
Yeah.
the wrong way because it's twisted and rolled, because everything is rotation.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, like holding your phone and your wrist is moved. And
Yeah.
then as soon as the muscle is like, they go out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's been happening on both of them at the same time. Like, our shoulders developed. There was always one bad
before
one.
the other. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, they're both now like I feel like I've been lifting,
No.
but I haven't.
Like rock climbing.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, I wish I could go rock climbing.
Elbows are the worst. I know.
They are.
I hate them.
Oh, and my hip. I didn't put that on the list,
Aw.
but my hip has been out. Like, they slide.
Yeah.
You know, from laying.
My hip's been out too.
Yeah.
My right one. Like
Mhm.
continually. Like bad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh.
You can start yours.
Okay. So let's start with the jaw, because that one is making me absolutely crazy. I think, I'm not entirely sure if this is accurate or what.
Yeah.
I don't know if I relocated it after having it dislocated forever, or if I dislocated it and it's just going to be horrible forever now. Because I have so much muscle pain on that side now.
Mhm.
Like, I yawned and popped, like I moved something and like pulled my ear and a muscle snapped over, and
I could feel it just
Yeah.
talking about it. Like,
and then
aw.
it was just like awful. I couldn't eat for days. It's been like 2 weeks and I keep waiting for like the pain to go away,
Yeah.
and then I keep waking up with jaw pain.
Mm. Do you clench? Like, and grind your teeth when you sleep?
Mm-mm.
Wow.
I generally don't let my teeth touch because I have that subtle chatter,
Yeah.
and I hate it.
You've had
and
that since
so-
you were little.
Yeah.
I remember that.
The like, it just chatter.
Yeah.
Oof, I hate it. But it makes my teeth hurt and my jaw hurt, so I have to like, there's always space. I almost never like fully close
Yeah.
my mouth. So when people are like, do you clench your jaw? I'm like, no. No, I do not. I do
I
the
do
opposite.
the opposite.
Yes. I unclench it forever. Ooh,
It says on here that we missed an episode.
we did.
What happened?
We were all just really screwed up.
Oh, and then we had the funeral at the same time, and yeah.
Yeah. Well, and you came back and you were fried, and I was fried, and everyone was fried, and it was just, we decided that we had enough like footage from
Oh, yeah.
other episodes, other shoots. So we did. We missed a week. So
Yeah.
we haven't seen y'all for 2 weeks now.
Yeah, it feels weird to be back.
I know, because we're like recap, but also I don't remember anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so moving through my recap here. So I'm not going to recap too much, but moral of the story, there's just been a lot going on in the world. I don't
Mhm.
want to like get too far in, but like workman's comp is awful. They are just the worst. And now, thank God, we have legal representation
Mm-hmm.
to help us out, which is a huge relief. But there came a point where I was like, I hadn't slept in like 3 days.
Mhm.
Yeah, over the course of 3 days, I'd had 6 hours of sleep,
Yeah.
and I just couldn't. And so Monday I went to work, and I came back and I was just fried, so tired. And it was good. Like, work's not bad. It's just, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. And it's a lot on top of, like, a lot in my personal life, in my world. So Tuesday, I woke up and I was just, like, immediately overstimulated. I woke up and I was just angry at the world and I wanted to cry. And so I was messaging you because you, and it was, like, literally right after I woke up, you messaged me and you were like, sleep is for the week. And I was like, but I want to be the week.
Yeah. I was like, me too.
Yeah.
I wish.
And then you called, thank God, because I was just
I sensed
terrible.
It was bizarre because I messaged you and you messaged me back and I was like, instantly, I was like, no, you should not go to work.
Yeah.
Bad idea.
And so we talked for a little while and then decided that I was not going to go to work and I was calling out. And so Tuesday I was out sick. And then Wednesday, hubby and I talked about it and, like, I'm just not okay. Like,
no.
And I'm so good at being okay that I forget that I'm not okay. And then I run myself directly into the ground.
Well, we both said the same thing.
Yeah.
We're like, these are extraordinary circumstances.
Yes. Which is why, like, I thought my husband had talked to you
to
get you to tell me to take the day off, and that didn't happen. And so it was one of those, like, if 3 people at a party tell you you're drunk, you probably shouldn't drive.
Mm-hmm.
So I had 2 people in my life go, no, you're not good, and you need to stop, please. And I was like, oh, okay. So I took FMLA on Wednesday. And they were like, do you want to go, like, start tomorrow? Do you want to, like, wait until Monday? And I was like, nope, I want to start tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not coming back tomorrow. Goodbye. And so I'm out until the 29th. So, like, right after this comes out, basically. But it's, just under 2 weeks, which is nice.
Yeah.
So it'll give me some time to, like, repair my psyche.
Hopefully, yeah.
And hopefully get some rest, because I had a full-blown, like, hard sobbing. Like, I haven't cried like that since I was a child, I think.
Right.
I'm just full-on meltdown about, and it always comes back to it. Every single time I've ever had a meltdown, it always comes back to, I'm so tired.
Yep.
And then that was like, I was so angry that I still have so much life left to live and it's not fair and I'm done.
Yep.
Like, have I not done enough of the things? Do I have to keep living? I have to stay here? What?
Right.
Why? And then my husband was like, are you safe? And I was like, yes, I'm safe. That's the problem.
Right. You were upset that it's not that, like, life is going forward and you're, like,
right.
I want to end it. You're like, I've agreed to continue on and I'm upset about it.
Yes. It's like I signed on for a tour and it's too many years and I'm committed and I hate this.
You're going to get committed.
Well, that's part of why I took FMLA, because I was like, I'm going to wind up in the Grippy Sock Hotel if I don't do something, like, now. So I was like, short amount of time now will hopefully prevent a much longer amount of time later. But it was really hard because, like, that's all my leave.
Right.
And then my husband was like, dude, it's fine. Like, you're fine. I'm like, okay, I think we'll be okay. We'll figure it out. We will be okay. But it was hard, man. But after the decision was made, it felt a lot better and was easier to deal with.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I can sleep forever.
Did you have that moment where you, like, breathe and you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, no, the next morning,
everything.
I was sitting on the porch with Randy and we were just, like, sitting out there and I just kept stretching. And I was like, oh man, I feel like I'm, like, unfolding. And he goes, you mean decompressing? And I was like, shut up. You don't know my life. Get out of here. Yes. So working on, like, trying to find equilibrium again with the body, because I am exhausted.
Yeah.
And, like, fatigue is the thing. Fatigue is the thing that I have so much trouble with. Like, pain can do it. I can do that. That's fine. Fatigue really, really burns into my well-being.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a brand that just is there. It's awful. And I confused my therapists again.
Yeah.
Because I told them about my meltdown and they were like, so, like, it was like they tried for the just world thing where they're like, so you feel like you've been a good sport and you deserve the thing? And I was like, no, I don't believe I deserve anything. Like, deserving is not, it's a concept. It
Yeah.
doesn't exist, okay? That's not how the world works. And they're like, so are you suicidal? No, I'm not. I'm just angry that I have to continue living.
Well, I mean, that's from their point of view, I'm sure that's got to be confusing.
Right.
But
I'm like, how do you explain that to somebody, though?
Yeah.
Like, if you've never experienced, like, how come life is so long? I'm not even halfway done. God. And I'm tired.
Oh, what did we call it? We were talking about it yesterday during the live. And I was like, it's the, like,
Oh, it's
mid-20
the mid-20
meltdown.
Yeah.
Because I had the same exact meltdown of, like, oh, it's so long.
Yeah. Oh, my God. And have I not seen enough
Mhm.
and done enough and, like, experienced enough? I've done a lot in my early years.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of life left. And then they were like, so is your stuck point that, like, the good will not outweigh the bad? And I was like, no. I'm angry at the length of life, okay?
Mhm.
I don't know how to make it any clearer.
Can I have that?
No.
Your drink? I just need Abe drink.
He doesn't have his water.
Exactly.
Actually, is there a second one? Can he have a sippy sip?
Hmm?
The other one?
The other.
Can he have a
Coffee.
sippy sip of the other coffee?
Oh, you can have it. It's tea.
Is that one empty?
Yeah. This
Oh,
is the
you've
second
already drank it.
Yeah,
Never
I'm
mind.
good.
Okay. Sorry about that.
I'll get my water at break.
My bad. Water break. He should have his water in
I'm good.
here. Slacker.
Hey, I just woke up before I came down.
I did this. It's my fault.
No, I did. I should have laid down. I knew it too.
No, you should have laid down because
Should've
sleep is good. Good sleep, sleep, sleep. Speaking of sleep.
So much sleep. That's our next point.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I slept a lot, and then night sweats are back. Yay!
Again. And you didn't. The worst part about the night sweats is that you only notice them come back. You don't get to notice when they're gone.
When they're gone, yeah.
So you don't get to like celebrate it.
Nope.
No.
I just wake up soaking wet and freezing
Mm-hmm.
multiple times a night, and then I know I'm like massively dehydrated.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's fun. Did we talk about how I had to have somebody come to my house
We did
to
not.
rehydrate my ass? We might have. I don't remember how many weeks ago that was, or if,
I don't think it made it in.
I don't know. Well, there was one point where I was like dying, right?
Yeah. Oh.
I had just been so nauseous, and that's not a POTS symptom that like is super bothersome for me most of the time.
Mhm.
Usually it's like lightheaded, all
Yeah.
of that yucky stuff, and a little bit of nausea. But like, I literally could not sit up or stand at all because I was so nauseous.
Right.
Like, so unbelievably nauseous. I was sick even just driving the car or
Oh.
sitting up in bed. Like, Randy had to hold an ice pack to my back at one point because sitting up I was like sweating and shaking, and it was nasty. So I it was over the weekend, of course, and so I had to have this woman, super sweet lady, I really liked her, I'm gonna keep her around, come to my house, my dirty house, and put fluids in me. And she was really sweet. She gave us a bag and a half and only charged us for the bag, so we got a half bag for free. But yeah,
The salty blood water.
salty blood water. But yeah, no, the POTS has been horrendous.
Yeah.
And then of course add night sweats, and I'm not hydrated at all.
No.
Fun
But
times.
I mean, like the good thing is, like, after all this, you're like starting to kind of get caught up again.
That's the hope, is like, I think at some point over the week I'll probably go back to urgent care and
Yeah.
get more fluids, and then start to like repair.
She says that like it's a like she doesn't drink Gatorade all the time.
Oh, I know.
Like you have
I
fluids.
have liquid IV. I
Right.
put liquid IV and like Gatorade in the same friggin' thing and drink that, and
Yeah.
nothing sticks.
And it's not like she just carries it with her.
No.
But like she drinks the thing,
Right.
but you can't hydrate fast enough.
No. Especially when you're losing so much overnight.
Oh yeah.
Ugh. And then you feel sick all the time. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was my week. But I'm glad to be on leave and hopefully get some rest. Maybe do some things that I enjoy,
Mhm.
so I can kind of repair body and soul a little bit. Just a little bit. But I think that goes kind of into our topic, right?
Yeah.
Like, look after you because you have worth.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, we were trying to figure out topics yesterday during the live,
Mm-hmm.
and then we didn't even think about it like until the end.
Yeah.
But
Slackers.
I don't know why it's affecting me right now. It might just be the mania and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just feel useless.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not producing anything. I mean, I work on the podcast, but you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
what am I contributing to like the family? So it's been.
That's how I've been feeling like with the house. I'm like, my house is a mess and I can't catch up
Right.
because I can't do anything. I go to work and then I'm fried.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that was weighing heavy on me, and I figured a reminder's not a bad way to go.
Yeah. So, the general reminder, and this is what I've put out into the world and keep saying, and I'm going to keep saying this, it's going to be right up there with explicit communication.
Yeah.
Okay. You are and always will be worth more than you can do or produce for others.
Yeah.
End of story. That is it. Like, you have worth simply because you are. But it's hard to remember that.
Because it's not just even remember, but to believe it.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, because if it doesn't feel true, like,
Yeah.
you can say it, but.
Oh God. Yeah, and I don't know why. I'm not feeling depressed or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Just that is just on me.
Yeah.
Like it might be seasonal too. Like with the kids going back to school.
Yeah.
And like having all this time where I don't have people around
Right.
during the day. So it's a butt. The whole thing is just a butt.
It's a but. Well, it's like, I don't know. How do you define self-worth anyway? Like,
Well, I hold myself to a crazy standard, right? Like
Mhm.
I'm used to being, it's like in school, I was an overachiever.
Yeah.
And then you have that like after school burnout.
Gifted kid burnout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic. I love it. That's a thing.
It absolutely is a thing. Yeah.
And you see it on TikTok all the time. People are like, "Were you a gifted child? Do you not do anything now?" Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks
Yes.
for reminding me, TikTok.
Right.
What are you getting at?
Well, because at that point, like, and I think this is probably a relatable experience for most gifted kids, where you were praised for being gifted, right?
Mhm.
Like, it was like, that becomes your baseline, and if you fall short of gifted, you suck.
Right.
Like, it's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why we see like so many 2E kids, which is
Yeah.
twice exceptional, which refers to gifted in one area and generally a disability in another. And most of the time when I see a gifted child, I'm like, oh, there's going to be social emotional issues,
Mm-hmm.
because that's how that is.
Right.
And it's hard because they're not, you attach your worth to what you can do because people are bragging about what you can do
Right.
and praising you for what you can do, and there's no like person first praise, right?
Well, and in our childhood, that was the getting the praise
Mhm.
was the hardest
Yes.
to do.
Well, and then once you'd achieved, the praise went away.
Right.
So I remember even like things that were not academic,
Mm-hmm.
like sailing school.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would win an award, and the first time was like, hooray, and then the next time was like, yeah, cool.
Okay, but
You already did that.
to be fair, I got banned from getting it,
Yes.
and you did too.
Yes.
Because other kids need turns.
Yes.
We get it. You're gifted. But yeah, I remember that.
But like family wise,
Yeah.
was like,
Oh, totally.
cool, and then that was it. Like artistically,
A little golf
even
clap.
artistically, I'm
Yeah.
realizing now. Sorry, that just popped into my brain, and I'm angry about it now because I would produce art
Mm-hmm.
that would be praised like the first time, right? Like, oh, this is really beautiful. Wow, what a good job.
Right.
Hooray for you. And then from then on, it was like, uh-huh.
Yeah.
So like the achievement then becomes the baseline.
Yeah.
So they're like, yeah, you can jump that high. Now jump that high every time. forever. But if you want any attention for it, you're going to have to jump higher than that high that you jumped.
Yeah.
Because that's now your baseline. And then if you don't overachieve, you suck. Yay, gifted kid burnout. Hooray. It's my favorite. I love it. No, it's terrible and it's awful. And
Yeah.
But it does. It teaches kids that their worth is in what they can achieve, and what they can do, and what they can produce.
Well, and it burns
doing it quickly
and repeatedly. You don't, like you just said, you don't get rewarded for doing the same thing more than once.
Right.
And that I do that to myself.
Oh yeah, when you move the line for yourself over and over again.
Yeah, like, oh well, I did this, but I've already done. I'm a stay-at-home dad, essentially, stay home with the kids, and I'm like, I'm doing nothing for them. You know what I mean? But
you are, like,
right.
Your kids are emotionally intelligent and probably exceptional in that area at this point. And they have good self-worth and good communication skills and all of those things that, like, generational trauma, like, way to break the cycle, bud.
Yay!
Hooray!
I did it.
Because you did do it.
Yeah.
And that's not an easy thing to do. And it's not something that everyone does.
Right.
A lot of people fall back into those patterns because it's what they know. And it takes, like, conscious effort and energy to remind yourself that you're doing it differently for a reason. So good on you.
Yeah. I'm just now recounting things that I could give myself credit for.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess I have good kids. I mean,
you have great kids.
Yeah.
They're fabulous. But they're also, like, safe and happy and like feel safe, which is enormous in and of itself, especially in today's world.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I get it, like the production piece. Like, I always feel behind.
Yeah. Well, and I guess that kind of leads into the next point. Is like, how do you discover your self-worth? You know, like, I even like talking through it, I'm still like doubt on myself about it.
Yeah. Well, because it's like you put distance between yourself and that achievement. You're like, yeah, the achievement was good, but, like, I still am hot garbage. So there we go.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean,
how do you find it? Yeah, I mean, first you have to notice it.
Yeah. I don't know. For me, it was a lot of, like, I had to build relationships again because I needed an outside perspective.
Okay.
So for me, because I don't have, like, self-perception, I lack like an image of myself as I stand, I guess. Like, it's always been really hard to explain when you're like, yeah, no, I know what I look like, but, like, don't ask me to describe me because I have no idea. I don't know.
I have a forehead.
I have a fleeting image sometimes when I look in the mirror. And then sometimes when I look in the mirror, I will look away and instantly forget what I was checking or, like, doing. And I don't know. But I don't know. Like, I think it helped, actually, to, like, remove the body from
the equation
as far as worth went.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like, I'm not the body and the body's not me. So when people complimented the body, that never took for me. I'm like, yeah, okay, sure, it's cute, cool, thanks. Like, you like my car, that's nice.
Right.
But that's not it's not.
I feel like
for me.
I did it in a what's the word, like, in a negative way. Like, not giving myself credit for functioning with EDS.
Oh yeah.
Right. So, like, I'm still expecting myself to be at, like, 21 and running around and in pain, but still pushing it to the extremes all the time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I feel like you have to have some sort of self-perception.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, just a connection to the body in general.
I mean, it's one of those things where I'm like, I know it's not going to let me do what I'm doing forever.
Right.
And that's scary. But it's like, I still kind of think of it as two separate things.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, yeah.
The body is very much
it's the car, like you said. Yeah.
thing, right? But finding my self-worth, I had to find it in like the qualities other people could see.
Yeah.
In this kind of roundabout way, not in like approval seeking ways, but like actually turning on the ear when people would say things.
Right.
And listening and going, huh, okay, that's interesting. Maybe that's true.
Yeah.
Right? But I had to stop fighting so hard to get away from the good.
Right.
Where you're like, no, it doesn't count because I don't know. I've made up reasons.
Yeah.
I've decided.
Because it's Tuesday, you can't count.
It doesn't count. Nope.
Mm-mm.
I'm a terrible friend. Never mind that everyone's like, you're a fabulous friend.
I'm a
Okay.
terrible friend.
I'm a horrible friend.
I feel like a horrible friend. I would
I
talk
do
to
too.
Kayleen
All
forever.
the time. Oh my God. All the time.
Mm-hmm.
But, and then other people are like, no, you're fabulous. And you're like, okay.
No, see, for me,
Mm.
if like you reconnect with someone and you tell them that, and they're like, you're fabulous, like, you haven't seen me in the last couple of weeks, you
Yeah.
don't know.
You
It's all
don't
changed
know.
drastically.
That was Tuesday. Today is Thursday.
Today is Tuesday night.
It's also Tuesday. But it's a different kind of Tuesday.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I spent so long hating myself that it was really like, I don't even think it was like a marked process
Right.
for me. Like, I don't think it was a conscious thing until I started to change my self-talk.
Mm-hmm.
And that was really like the big one for me,
Right.
was noticing the self-talk and being able to turn it, I guess,
Yeah.
and turn it by degrees. Like, I didn't have to be super wonderful and kind to myself all at once. I
Right.
could do little things at a time. And then I could come back and take the things other people had said and be like, okay, so I'm creative and I'm compassionate and I'm like, I'm good at my job. I know I'm good at my job because I make myself good at my job.
Yeah.
So that I have leeway.
Right. And you're getting told,
Yeah.
you know?
And again, it's that, like, if you hear so many people say it, maybe they're not wrong.
Right.
So I had to start accepting compliments in a way, and like, not in like a vain way, but in a like
No.
data collecting way almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where you're like, okay. That's interesting. Let me hold on to that and see if that matches up across the board.
No, totally.
Yeah.
Like, the self-talk was huge. Like, if you go back to like season 1, episode 4, something like that,
Mhm.
and we're trying to talk about good self-talk, but we are both physically
Really
incapable.
bad at it.
We're like, we're not horrible.
I'm not the worst person who ever lived.
Yeah, but you know, you say it
Yeah.
in such a way that there's
Right.
no way you believe it.
Right.
But I mean, that's a good first step, even if
Yeah.
if you don't mean it, as long as you're talking better to yourself. That's
Right. Well, and like, I don't think that you have to love yourself
Right.
to be okay. And I think that discovery was a big piece for me, was like, I don't have to love myself. I have to respect myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have to have some kind of respect for myself.
Right.
And then turning that, like, there's also that like perspective piece, right? Where you're like, how would you speak to a friend?
Mm-hmm.
How would you speak to a stranger even?
Oh yeah.
And that one was like, oh, I wouldn't say this to like someone I was angry at.
Right.
Ooh, I should probably not be saying that to myself.
Mhm.
That's really messed up.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
Oh man, I had a thought and I lost it. It was really good too.
Because we were talking about the self-talk.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll come back to me. It's gone.
It's kind of
Into the
into
ether.
the wind. Gone. But yeah, I don't know. Because I know a lot of people struggle with like self-worth outside of the body.
Mm-hmm.
And that's usually what I like think of when people are like, oh, I hate myself, as they're talking
Right.
like physically, right? And I know that's not always the case, and people also are like, I hate me just because I'm me and I hate me. I get it. Been there, done it. Didn't like it. It wasn't a good time. We had to learn some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it was always this, I don't know, like other people didn't understand. Like, and if
Yeah.
they saw you for what you really were, they would hate you too. And then that turned into like trying to like pushing people away or
Mm-hmm.
you know, like trying to fulfill that prophecy
Well, yeah,
for
yeah,
yourself.
yeah. Like you're not worth it enough. You know, that it's almost like you don't want to inflict yourself on other
Yes.
people.
Yep.
Right? Like, I'm such a bad person. I don't deserve this. They don't deserve this.
Right. They deserve
Yeah,
so much better than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, that vibe.
Ugh.
Dark days.
Yeah. That one was not fun at all.
Well, and we both had that phase at the same time when we were like, I don't want to bother you.
Yes.
Like, oh no.
It took forever before we were like, oh no, we're not bothering. It's not bother. It's love. Haha. Here, accept my love, you motherfucker.
Oh.
It's like the first time with this episode. So I'm not upset about it. Hope you're not upset about it. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. And it goes back to that same piece of being like it's like an addiction, right?
Yeah.
Like that self-talk piece and falling into old nasty habits is so easy.
Yeah.
It is so unbelievably easy to slide back in.
Oh yeah.
And then you're like, I've come so far and now I'm back at square one.
Mm-hmm.
What did I do?
I mean, I've been having that problem too, just with general self-talk.
Yeah.
Like, I'm forcing myself to be nice to myself.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like calling it out in my head.
Yeah.
Like, hey, that was good. You did a good self-talk.
See, that's important too. Is
Mhm.
like, good job, you.
Acknowledge.
That's something that was new as of probably this last year,
Mhm.
was being able to like do a thing and then be like, hey, good girl, good job,
Right.
well done, to myself. And that was weird because like never would you like you could avoid negative self-talk, but would you ever praise yourself before?
Right. No.
That's a whole different
No.
issue.
No. Well, and you would say it sarcastically.
Yeah,
I would be
mean, it
sarcastic
started
with myself. Be like,
sarcasm.
oh, you did such a good job.
Well, and I think that's how we like dipped our toes in.
Yeah.
Was like it started out in the sarcasm
Mm-hmm.
because it was safer.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like, it won't hurt so bad if I just don't mean it all the way.
That's interesting to think about. Like, you have to dip your toe into being nice to yourself because
Mhm.
it might hurt.
Yeah.
Like, I guess that goes with like challenging your core beliefs. You might find something about yourself that's not a positive.
Yeah.
And you're afraid to find out.
Yeah. Well, I
'Cause
think, yeah.
There's a lot of things that I don't like about myself that are like
Mhm.
tangible.
Like qualities.
Yeah. Like I guess personality traits, and then even physically, there's, my shoulders and my elbows are garbage now.
Oh yeah. I mean, physically. Karen,
Ezekiel.
it's a problem, man. It's a problem. You gotta calm down.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. For me, it was a lot of like learning through teaching.
Oh yeah.
Because I was teaching like social emotional content. And then I found this activity and I was like, you're going to write a letter to yourself from the perspective of someone who loves you.
That's heavy.
Good luck. And I would do it like first off and they would struggle. And I was like, this is why you struggle. And I knew you were going to struggle with it. It was to challenge you a little bit and to like bring out the fact that like, it's hard.
Oh yeah.
It's hard. Like you could write a letter to your best friend and that's easy. Like you could come up with 100 billion wonderful things to say about the people you love. Or even like people you know in passing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
There's so many ways to
I've known you for
interact.
10 minutes. Let me tell you all your good qualities.
Right.
I've known me forever. I know how bad I am.
Yes. And somehow that bad overrides all of the good qualities
Oh, absolutely.
and like cancels them out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because everything was built on like do and produce.
Right.
And so it almost is this like tally system of you get to stack the good, but one bad wipes it all out.
Yeah.
And you go right back to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to start that build all over again.
Oh man.
Instead of forgiving yourself and maybe like cleaning up that first one that you messed up.
I feel that's kind of what happened with me, like recently, like
Hmm.
backsliding in
Yeah.
general, and then catching it and being like, oh wow, It kind of snuck up on you, you know?
Yeah. And it
'Cause
does.
I mean, my self-talk was starting to get gnarly,
Mm.
you know? Like, when you notice, like, you're being aggressive towards yourself,
Oh.
you know? Like, I was making jokes. Oh, maybe this is kind of what it is. Like, I would make jokes with, like, Austin about things.
Yeah.
And then I would say, like, worse things about myself in my head, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that was the beginning of me noticing that it was starting to get bad again.
Where you're like looking for the in-betweens.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, here's that one.
Oh, yeah.
That could mean this. This also means this.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, this leads to this weird conclusion that I've just made up.
Well, and to his credit, he knew, like, he could tell. And then if he's like,
Catch you.
stop it.
Good.
And then he would say
Good.
something nice, and I'd be like, I hate you. Go away, please, forever.
Forever.
But please don't leave.
No, we love you.
Yeah.
April.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
It's like, what?
I was like, I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. It really is. You just slide back in, and it's so easy.
Right.
So easy. And it is. It's like addiction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like you
when
can't.
when we thought of that, it hit hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so habitual and
Yes.
so constant. We have to be wary all the time.
Right. Like you're defending yourself from yourself.
Right.
In a way. Yeah. Well, and then like finding the reason within it and
Mhm.
being like, okay, so where's the evidence that you are the worst person who ever walked the planet? Like where's that evidence at?
It goes back to the stuck points,
Yeah.
challenging yourself
Mm-hmm.
and finding evidence for and against, and then
What do
the
you-
reliable source.
Yeah. What do you think your stuck point has been recently? Like around it?
I think it's been a lot of like if or since I'm being held back by like not having Concerta,
Mm-hmm.
that I'm fundamentally the problem.
Like without
Mhm.
my medication,
I am. Yeah.
Okay.
I am not human. I'm not worth it. You know,
You are less than.
Yep. Which is annoying because I don't want to be like, I need my meds, but I do.
Right, but then you also go into that spiral of like, without my meds, I'm clearly worthless, and
Mhm.
I'm only worth a damn because of my meds.
Right. Which is a scary thought,
Yes.
especially when you know how much they cost outside of insurance.
Yeah.
Holy God.
Yeah. Well, and it's like, I can kind of understand that, like, without this thing that makes me able to function,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not functional. And then if I'm not functional, I don't have worth because I can't produce.
Mm-hmm. It's I mean, it comes back to the you are more than what you can produce.
Yes. You have worth because you exist.
Which is so hard to think sometimes. My God.
Right. Yeah.
Huh. But
I-
it's been getting better.
That's good. Well, and I'm glad Austin calls you on it.
Oh yeah, I do it for him too.
Good.
Like I'm like
We
self-talk.
We all do it. It's so funny. Like now that we have this like little community, we're like, hey, maybe, just maybe, that thought is not super rational. Just saying. I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah. But even like recognizing that your thoughts aren't rational is hard.
Oh yeah.
Because then you're like, I'm not even in control of my brain. And clearly that means I don't know what reality is. And that's a scary slope too.
Yeah.
To slide down into. Don't like that one.
I'm just gonna avoid that cliff.
Right? No,
Whoops.
thank you. Whew. But you also you've also not slept a lot, which doesn't help at all.
Like I said, no sleep turns into missing my meds,
Mm-hmm.
and like that means like my thyroid's off.
Oh.
My heart medications aren't on board, so my heart rate's like up and crazy.
And so your body's like anxious,
Mhm,
and
the
then
POTS.
your brain has to figure out why you're anxious, and
Yeah,
then
feeling physically ill.
create a reason for anxious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's been a great couple weeks. I mean, I'm doing better now. Like
Yeah.
I've
More
been
mindful.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That was the other thing that helped a lot, I think, was like learning how to be more mindful.
Yeah.
And like not having to do anything about a feeling.
That is so hard to do.
Being able to feel a feeling and not immediately try to like fix it, right? Like we treat it like a leak in the boat and we're like, oh, it was just a wave, let it crash over you and it'll go.
You see water in the boat, you panic.
Right.
Like, oh no.
No.
Gotta fix.
Just bail it out. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But like being able to accept that you're gonna cry it out sometimes. My life has been a lot of crying it out lately. But it's not as hard as it used to be.
No.
Because I still have those moments where I can't access cry. And then I'm like, oh my God, I'm a sociopath. And then I have like massive meltdowns and I'm like, aha, I have emotions. They're just
I had one of those
mercurial
panics where a pain that you thought was gone forever comes back.
Oh God.
Because I had that side pain a couple weeks ago. And that was an intense, and it happened when I was doing something. Like I was out, I think it might have been in a doctor's office or something.
Oh no.
Oh no, I was with Jen. I think we were doing something for school, I think, or something for the kids. Because it was like, we were in public, and then I'm like, oh, and then I was like, that is the side pain again that I haven't felt since my spine surgery.
No.
I really don't want to have to deal with that right now.
Right.
Or ever.
Yeah. Well, it's so weird how pain can access our like mood-based learning.
Mm-hmm.
Like pain can create the environment for like some really nasty residual memory and emotion.
Right. It's like when you smell something and you're like in the moment again.
Yeah.
It was that.
Like you feel it and you're like, oh, we're back.
Yeah.
We're back. Everything that has happened since then doesn't exist. And we're back.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
this is horrible.
Side pain was the worst time.
So I thought it was like kidneys and like.
Well, that was
it
when
went
the
on
depression
forever,
was the worst.
And we couldn't figure out what it was, and it was miserable. It was not a good time at all.
Yeah, so I got hit with that, but the whole point of that was that I was able to handle it better. Mm-hmm. Like I didn't spiral because of that. I was able to go, yeah, okay. You know, I didn't have a full meltdown.
Right.
I was able to kind of like, okay, it's fine. It's just side pain. And it hasn't happened since, thank God.
Yeah, good.
I think something pinched or caught something.
Right.
Just right. But.
Oh, I have 2 new spasms.
Oh, yeah.
That are freaking awful. Awful. One of which took me down in the middle of the hallway at work. In front of, like, all of my coworkers. Because we just broke off from, like, a hallway meeting. And I couldn't stand up.
And she broke.
Yes, I broke. I went down and I like started sweating and shaking. It was so bad. So bad. I think it's like something attached to the pelvic floor piece, but it's just on the left side and it is like agony.
Well, you say it was like muscular. So
yes, it's definitely muscular, but like, oh, it's like having your pubic bone just ripped to the left all the way. Like someone is just pulling it all to the left.
I like how you say that, like people are going to be, oh yes,
that
when the pelvic gets pulled. Yeah, everyone knows what that's like, right?
Jen knew.
No, and so did Crystal.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
Summer told me, she was like, I would have straight up like just shit my pants and passed out in the hallway because I felt that pain and it's not nice. And I was like, okay.
That sounds like a defense mechanism for when you get attacked by a bear. Right. Shit yourself and
just pass out. I don't know. But only for black bears. Brown bears? Oh.
Grizzly bears.
Grizzly bears.
Grizzly bears hate when you curl up in a ball.
And shit yourself.
Yes. It's just a bad time for everyone.
No, not good. Not good. But yeah, no, that one is yucky. Oh, and then I have one that's running like the arch of my foot.
Oh, yeah. That's been bothering you a lot.
That one hurts so bad because it dislocates all the things.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm trying to set it. You keep getting really close to it, but you can't get it just right. Because there's so many.
And then it sends off spasming through the rest of it, and it's just nasty.
The whole thing seizes up, and then you can't move it.
Right. Oh, and then right before we started filming, I had like spasms in here. That was nice. It was great. I loved it. I hate this. This is the worst. But it's not. It's fine. But,
ready for a break time?
Yeah. Time for a break-a-day break. And sunlight, maybe? if it's not storming outside. It was kind of rainy.
pull the
Yeah,
curtain back.
no, don't break the fourth wall.
I don't want to break the
This
illusion
is a
that
wall.
we're not in a sound stage, because that somehow that matters.
There's no windows here.
There's no windows.
Your house has no windows.
We're a windowless family. Just a little
You
bit better
come
than the
from
rest.
Sad whale family deep in ocean.
You
You
are
are
evil.
evil. And with that, what do they need to do?
Look up Dr. Tran, but don't if you don't like vulgar things, don't look it up. For the love of God, please
Toy
don't.
store.
Anyway,
Yes.
take your meds if you haven't.
Yep. Drink water. Water.
Yeah.
Do the water
that.
thing. Yeah.
Maybe
Fill your
eat
water
something.
bottle. Yeah. Have a snack because you are a snack.
Yep.
Obligatory snack time. You know.
And do something nice for yourself.
Yeah. Take a break if you can. Sunlight, something cozy. Yeah. Light a candle. I don't know. You're doing dishes. Light something that smells nice. There you go.
Spend time with your pet.
That too. It's a good one.
Cuddle time.
Pet the pets.
Mm-hmm.
Pet. And then with that, we will be right back. See you in a moment.
Bye.
Fantastic Pains now has merch. I know we've been promising it for a while, but it is here. You can find our stuff at fantastic-pains.creator-spring.com. We have t-shirts, hoodies, leggings, wine coolers, I guess you can call them, and my very favorite backpack. So take a minute, go check us out.
Welcome back. How was your break?
Did you do the things?
We did.
We did. Indeed. He has water now.
Mm-hmm.
And we got snacks. Obligatory snack.
Hide the snack.
Hide the snack.
They must not know that I eat goldfish. Oh yeah, and Red got me a soda,
Yes.
which was very nice.
Yes. And we talked to the grandfather.
Yep.
For a little while. And that was nice. Yes. Good break.
Yeah.
And it's actually not like 100 billion degrees outside. So
No, it was really nice out.
Mm-hmm. Which is also, like, it's good, but also not so good because pressure changes.
Oh yeah.
Arg.
No joke.
Fun
Oh, we
times.
were gonna talk about that at some point.
Oh, yeah.
The weather and how it affects the body, because Ruth and Crystal were asking about it.
Oh, yeah. There's a couple different things that go through where it's like, first of all, scar tissue expands and contracts
Mhm.
with the barometrics. There's also, it impacts POTS because it limits the oxygen in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
So those of us in Colorado and close to Denver.
Well, it makes sense too.
Mhm.
Like that at altitude, we're way more affected by the amount.
Yes.
Because in Deming, I never had that problem.
Right.
I was way more even keeled in Deming.
Yeah.
Which, you know.
I had a lot more energy when we were in Florida.
Yeah.
Or if we traveled.
Yeah. When I went to California.
Mm-hmm. Like, because
It's the
there's
same.
more like oxygen in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then we were talking about stuttering because we're both like
Oh, yeah.
stuttering and tripping over our tongues and struggling to get words out.
Yeah.
Like, you know what the word is, but you cannot physically get it out of
No,
you.
I was sitting here,
Ugh.
and Jen comes in, and I'm like, Jen, can you just?
Yep. And then I get stuck in stutters and then like loops. What were we talking?
We were
Oh, the
talking about weather.
And that sucks. That sucks. And we can't speak.
Mm-mm.
And so my husband actually got the cans of oxygen. And those sort of help sometimes.
Yeah, when I need to focus or like wake up,
Yeah.
I've been trying to use them. The problem with them is that you guys had to get the cheaper version, which is tainted.
Rosemary. Yes.
They thought it was going to be like a bonus, but it
No,
sucks.
it's the worst thing. It's rosemary air.
Yeah, it's oxygen, but it's rosemary. Like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, and these are like for like hikers and things.
yeah,
And for people who are coming to state like just now.
right.
It's just funny. Cracks me up. But they sort of kind of help sometimes. I don't know. But POTS has been like the worst.
Yeah.
So even when we're like, I want to do stuff, the body's like, no. Oh, and the other really annoying part where you're like, I'm sleepy drowsy.
Oh, yeah.
And then you lay down to take a nap.
And
And,
then you
then
wake
suddenly there's blood in your brain again. And you are not sleepy drowsy. But anytime you stand up, you're going to be sleepy.
Yeah.
I hate it.
That happened
so
to me
annoying.
all last week. I'd be like, oh, I
Ugh.
can't play anymore, Austin. Or I would be editing. I'd be like, I can't. And then I'd go
Yeah.
to lay down, and then I'd
And then
be
you're like,
awake.
oh, I'm fine now. Because there's oxygen in my brain.
Yeah.
Frustrating. Annoying.
Yeah.
Which is part of why I'm like, I need to get fluids this week. Fix it. Fix it now.
Well,
But yeah.
we're going to jump into the second half
Yes.
of what we're going to cover. We have awesome worksheets.
Yeah. So going back to like discovering self-worth
Mm-hmm.
and like how to recover your self-worth.
Mm-hmm.
And so these are some worksheets that our producer discovered. I'm using it here. Haha. You can't stop me. It's
official. It was said on the
official
podcast.
and live. Haha.
Live.
It's not live.
Just lying.
It's live for me. I'm here. You're here. It's happening.
Yeah.
So what are we looking at first? Sorry.
The worksheet.
Yes.
So
this looks like it's like, oof. This goes through that piece that's like the metacognition, right? Where you need to first understand yourself.
Right.
And think about your thinking in order to find like the flaws in your thinking and even to dispel some of those like unhelpful thinking styles.
Yeah.
So pulling those out. So this first one is increase your self-understanding. And it's an activity on the road to self-worth to build your self-understanding as far as, again, that metacog and learning about what makes you, what it is that you're measuring yourself against to be worthwhile, right? So one, imagine that everything you have is suddenly taken away from you. Okay.
All right.
And then ask yourself the following questions. What if everything I have
Was suddenly taken away from me?
What if all I had left was just myself? How would that make me feel? What would I actually have that would be of value? Interesting. So there, I know what they're trying to get at, and it's like that resilience piece.
Yeah.
Where you're like, what do you have at rock bottom? Right? Like, what are your assets at rock bottom? Oh.
I think that what they're trying to get at isn't quite that. I think that what they're more trying to get at is what can you find of value that is not anything external.
Yes. But you have to start with that resilience, right? Because that is your rock bottom starter kit.
Okay.
Essentially.
Yes, madam.
Nothing. That's not helpful.
No.
Number 3 says, think about your answers to these questions and see if you can come. I don't understand when it says, like, think about your answers. That's not a question. That's just like, I mean, the last 2 are questions. How would that make you feel? And what would you have that would actually be of value?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we could go through and answer them and see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it, shall we? So, at least for what we're going to do, and I'll be over here. At least for me, I think, like, how would that make you feel? There would be, like, some hopelessness there, obviously.
Yeah. I was going to say that and loneliness.
Yeah. Well, that one wrong, too.
Yeah, it's
just
fine.
on principle. What would I actually have that would be of value?
My blood. If I'm the only thing
You're
left.
Like, just sell your blood.
If that's all there is, I mean, water's a commodity. So blood.
Great. Awesome. Fabulous.
I'm just trying to.
I think what would I have that would be of value?
Yeah,
I'm going to stick with resilience.
Okay.
All right. Think about your answers to these questions and see if you can come to this conclusion. No matter what happens externally and no matter what's taken away from me, I'm not affected internally. This worksheet, okay, we're going to keep going through it, but I have some commentary.
Yeah.
I don't like the way they've set this up because it's not leading you through the thinking. It's hurting you through the thinking.
Right, you're not drawing your conclusions.
Exactly, it's not letting you come to your own conclusions. Next, get to know yourself on a deeper level with these questions. Who I am, and I am not. How am I? How am I in the world? How do others see me? How do others speak about me?
Oh.
I don't like that. Because it's none of our business.
Right.
Sorry. And that leads to a whole different problem in thinking where you're like
trying to assume what other people
exactly
think.
Or preempt or control. What key life moments define who I am today? This one I do like.
Yeah.
Because I think it's important to like know where you come from and what your path is made of. What brings me the most passion, fulfillment, and joy?
Okay.
Interesting.
Who am I? Are you just label yourself? Is that the idea here?
I guess. Which both of us struggle with.
Yeah, it's like
viscerally, I'm like, haha, I'm not doing it.
I am a father. Like that works?
Yeah, that works. Okay.
I am not a mother. Nope. I can't not answer them these ways. That's how I am.
I am a teacher.
Yeah.
I am not
the problem.
The problem. Oh, that's a good one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not the problem. How am I?
Oh, that's a big question.
You don't want to know?
It's a worksheet.
Just
you can't...
saying.
How am I?
How am I?
Fine.
Thanks for asking.
I am tired.
Yes.
Like emotionally tired.
Yeah.
Like you said, like as an emotion.
Yes, I would agree with that. How am I in the world? That I'm not quite sure where they're leading.
In the world. Yeah. Yeah, that's a weird question to me. But.
Yeah, how am I in the world? I'm not sure. I'm going to skip it for now.
All right.
How do others see me? How do others speak about me? So this, you've got my, like, concern. How do others see me? I can see the value in that. Mm-hmm. But I think it's too early if you're just now discovering all of these things. Because...
Well, it also helps you see where the negative stuffs are, where you're assuming negatives about other people in you.
That's true. So if you were like, how do others see me? I'm a failure.
Right. What do they say about me? Mm-hmm. I'm lazy and... Yeah. Right. Like, then you can be like, oh, that's not good.
Right. Yeah, because I don't like to think about how others speak about me because it's not my business. I don't like to think about how they think about me. But like how they see me, I've always been super curious.
Well, and you can, for that one, you can make assumptions, like you said, when more than one or two people say the same thing about you.
Right.
So you can assume some of the positives.
Yeah. Okay. I'm good at my job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a good friend.
Yep.
You're a horrible sister.
Yes. These are facts. What key life moments define who I am today? All of them.
I can't, yeah.
Excuse me. That's going to take like 4.5 days to recount.
There's a lot to unpackage there. I was born in 86. It was not a sunny day. It was late at night. The doctors were not happy.
The doctor had to ride out. Mm-hmm. We were delivered in a barn.
St. Joseph's Hospital, but I mean, close enough.
What brings you the most passion, fulfillment, and joy?
Podcasting.
Yes.
Easily.
Podcasting.
The interaction with everybody.
Yeah.
Like our community.
And being creative.
Yeah.
I really like
I get to be creative with the edits and stuff.
Right. Yes.
The TikToks especially.
Those are so fun. Oh my God.
Plug our TikTok real quick. Fantastic Pains. On TikTok.
Check it out. We put some funnies.
Update once in a while.
So once you have a good understanding of who you are and what fulfills and satisfies you, it's time to look at what isn't so great or easy about being you. Okay. Ask yourself these questions. Where do I struggle most? Where do I need to improve? What fears often hold me back? What habitual emotions hurt me? What mistakes do I tend to make? Where do I tend to consistently let myself down?
Okay. I want you to ask me these questions and I'm going to answer the first thing that comes into my brain, okay?
Okay. Where do you struggle most?
I struggle most with being active, I guess. Mm-hmm. You know, like having the energy all the time to like clean the house.
Yeah.
Things like that. Okay.
Okay. Where do you need to improve?
Where do I need to improve? Probably in like sleep hygiene.
Mm.
Like that would fix, I think, a lot.
Yeah.
Get back into the healthy habits.
Right. That's hard, especially once you've fallen out. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
What fears often hold you back?
That's a toughie because I don't really have that anymore.
Yeah.
I've kind of gotten to the I don't care if people like this or don't like this,
right.
or if like what am I afraid of? This is a big question.
Right.
I'm gonna skip that one.
Okay. What habitual emotions hurt you?
What we were talking about this the other day when we were talking about how like it's emotional learning, like you're learning.
Oh, like mood-based learning.
Mood-based learning.
Yeah.
Habitual emotion. So like maybe it kind of goes back to earlier when we were talking about like being an honor student to not.
Oh yeah.
So like failure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like disappointment. That's the one.
Yes.
The word I was looking for.
That makes sense. What mistakes do you tend to make?
This one I have to answer honestly. I tend to not stay in the group. I like to go forward and try and tank everything, but I can't. I mean, even if I'm playing a Titan, I cannot, for the life of me, leave and solo the verse.
Goodbye.
That's what popped into my head. Like, what mistakes do you make? I abandon things and I run ahead.
Fabulous.
Honestly, though, what mistakes do I tend to make? No, you're not a mistake.
Oh my god.
You were very clearly not a mistake. We tried for you, and we got you. Kids, man.
And now you're here.
And now you're ruining my podcast. Shh. What? How do I get to this? Maybe you can help me. Like falling out of habits.
Oh, okay. So like lack of consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah. Where do you tend to consistently let yourself down?
It's physical.
Yeah.
Like where I want to do things and I don't have the energy, or I physically can't do things because I know that I'll dislocate.
Like feeling held back by your body.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. All right, your turn. Turn it around.
All right. Where do you struggle most?
Fatigue.
Yeah. That just straight up.
Fatigue. I struggle a lot with fatigue.
Where do you need to improve?
I need to improve my self-care habits.
Yeah. That's a really good one.
Yeah.
What fears often hold you back?
The fear of losing my independence.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Or the fear of like surrendering my independence.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big one.
What habitual emotions hurt you?
I don't know, like feeling on the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even in like friend groups where I know like it's good. Like I tend to avoid big groups because I will always feel on the outside no matter what's happening.
What about like disappointment from others? Like when you feel like you've let down your responsibilities because you like to, you know what I mean?
Yes.
You wear that heavy.
Yeah. Like if I feel like I'm putting my work onto somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where do you tend to consistently let yourself down?
Ooh.
I missed one, but I'll get it.
Yeah, you missed one. Good job. Where do I let myself down? I don't know. I guess like not being able to keep up.
Yeah.
I think that's Yeah,
it's pretty close to mine, right? Yeah. Like the just I want to do the things and I can't.
Yeah.
What mistakes do you tend to make?
Pushing it too far.
Literally my answer. I just used gaming terms.
Yeah. I like to go until I physically drop because I don't think I can like stop until I can't do the things. Because that's the thing. I feel like if I have the ability, I should.
Right.
And unfortunately, I always have the ability.
Right.
Even like right after surgery.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we both do that.
It's so irritating.
All right, I'm gonna move on to the next part.
Okay.
Just to keep going.
Yes.
What abilities do I have? Because you need to ask yourself flip side questions.
Okay. What abilities do you have?
Me?
Are you asking me?
Oh no, I'll go first because
Okay.
it makes sense. Feels weird to quantify, but like editing, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Child rearing.
Yeah.
I can drive.
I can drive.
I mean, am I breaking down my skills? Like, I have 20 in charisma.
Yes.
What about you? What abilities do you have?
What abilities do I have? Understanding.
Oh yeah.
I have the gift of sight, and it sucks. Yeah, understanding other people.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to see things from multiple sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I use that a lot. It's my important one.
Okay.
I'm artistic.
Yeah. I think that would be the next question.
Ah.
It's what am I really good at?
I'm really good at working with kids with social emotional problems. I'm also good at art sometimes. When I remember I'm good at art.
What am I really good at? It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, I'm really good at understanding people.
Yeah.
I'm really good at like conversing.
Like I can hold a conversation.
Linguistically, not like perfect, but like if I speak, it is good.
I'm really good at labeling assignments just by feeling the texture.
Okay.
What was it?
She's good at labeling
The type of slimes.
by texture.
Okay, I see. So it says spend some time on each step, but especially on the steps that remind you of your worth and value as a person. So that's the strength step. So I guess 6 there. So like flip sides. Once you have a better understanding of who you are, the next step is to enhance your acceptance of yourself. That's interesting.
Okay.
Think about everything you've learned about yourself in the first exercise and repeat these statements. I accept the good, the bad, and the ugly.
I accept the good, the bad, and the ugly.
I fully accept every part of myself, including my flaws, fears, behaviors, and qualities I might not be too proud of.
Ditto.
Wow. This is how I am, and I'm at peace with that.
I do say that a lot. There are times when I have to do that.
Okay.
Like when I'm in like when you're waiting things out, you know?
Oh yeah.
Like this is how I am, and I'm okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so it's pretty close to what I do on the other side. So I'm very much on like the it is happening, not like I am. So I'm like, this is how it is at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, but I also I'm planning a tattoo, and this goes perfectly with that because it says, what is was not, and may never be again.
Yeah.
Which is just kind of how I tell myself that things move.
Oh, did you not find it?
No. I know where it is, but it's,
There it is.
So, what is was not, and may never be again. Yeah.
That is cool. Yeah.
I like that one.
Enhance your self-love is our next step.
Okay.
Now that you've worked on accepting yourself for who you are, you can begin to build love and care for yourself. Make it a goal to extend your self-kindness, tolerance, generosity, and compassion.
And compassion, I think, is the most important one.
Yeah.
So part of my journey with self-compassion was when Lou was on and said it's allowed to be hard. And I was like, my brain just shattered. What? But that is where it is. That compassion, that like we're not going through typical circumstances.
Right.
Our lives are atypical and we live them in an atypical fashion, and it's allowed to be hard.
Right.
So that was
right. It's like you have all these circumstances and you're expecting yourself to be normal.
Right. Well, and that I think is my biggest thing is like I have to look normal. I have to work like normal. I have to be normal. But yeah, no, that's the one. So if you're not sure how to get started, think or say aloud these simple statements. So this is like they want you to
Like self-affirmation.
yeah,
kinda.
which I don't really like doing, but I don't know.
I like saying it and meaning it.
I guess I haven't like tried it strictly, right? Like
Yeah.
I don't know. So one is I feel valued and special. I don't feel special. I don't want to feel special.
I feel valued.
I feel
Not
valued.
special.
Yeah, no. I love myself wholeheartedly. Again, I don't think you have to love yourself. I really think that you have to respect yourself because
respect,
you I don't know. I think it goes back to that idea that like we are verbs.
Right. You are doing.
Right. I'm like and this like this is how I am and I'm at peace with that like sure for like the moment, but if I wanted to change something, generally I'm going to change something.
Right. Well, but
And
think of it from the other side too, like as someone who doesn't have the metacog at all.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of outside looking in right now.
Right.
So, you know, I could see this being needed to get you to the right place.
Right. What was oh yeah, I'm worthy and capable person. I like the last one a lot.
Yeah.
I am a worthy and capable person.
Like that one I could say and mean it.
Yeah. So the next step is to recognize your self-worth. To recognize your self-worth, remind yourself that I'm gonna let you read that one.
You no longer need to please other people. That one's huge. I wish everybody like understood that.
Yeah.
Just on a base level.
Well, that's when we stopped masking.
Yeah.
And that felt way better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Number 2, no matter what people do or say, and regardless of what happens outside you, you alone control how you feel about yourself.
Yes. Well, that goes back to like, I don't think nobody can degrade you except for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like you get the final say there.
Yeah.
Number 3.
You have the power to respond to events, circumstances based on your internal sources, resources, and resourcefulness, which are the reflection of your true value. So kind of like
that resilience
controlling
piece. Yeah.
your reaction to things comes from within.
Yes.
And then number 4, your value comes from inside, from an internal measure that you've set for yourself.
Yes.
That's
Well,
good. I like that.
That's
set for yourself.
It's hard for people because they set that measure so high.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, would you hold other people to that measure? No, but I'm special. But you're not. It's okay. 5. Oh, look at that. Take responsibility for yourself. This is one that we talk about a lot where we're like, you are responsible for your feelings and your actions.
Yeah, yeah.
And reactions. Like, you have to be in charge of yourself and you have to be aware of yourself.
Yeah.
Follow these guidelines to ensure you are working on this exercise in a healthy way.
Okay, so these are rules for the exercise.
So take full responsibility for everything that happens to you without giving your personal power and your agency away. Acknowledge that you have the personal power to change and influence the events and circumstances of your life. Yes. And then it looks like we go to this like checkup.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. Let's see. Yeah, there's a couple different ones here, huh?
Yeah. Here, go through it and we'll just quickly do ratings.
Okay.
So you're supposed to rate from 0 to 10. 0 means you do not believe. 10 means you completely believe. All right, so it's just work from 1 down.
Yep.
I'll give it quick answers. I won't even think about it.
Okay. I believe in myself.
8.
Okay. I am just as valuable as other people.
5.
Okay. I would rather be me than someone else.
10.
Okay. I'm proud of my accomplishments.
10.
I feel good when I get compliments.
10. But there was a time that
right. You're like, stop, go away.
Yeah.
I can handle criticism.
7.
I am good at solving problems.
0. Okay, fine. Probably an 8.
I was like, no. I love trying new things.
10. Like, why wouldn't?
Some people are afraid of new things.
Okay, yeah.
And change, yeah.
I respect myself is the next one.
Do you? Do you respect yourself?
7.
Okay.
I like the way I look. Oh no, that 2.
2.
Yeah.
I love myself even when others reject me.
I'm trying to think of a situation where I've
I
been
know,
rejected.
I'm like rejection sensitive dysphoria.
Yeah, I'd probably be like a 0, like straight up.
Okay.
I know my positive qualities. 8. That's pretty. Yeah.
Okay.
I focus on my successes and not my failures. 0. Straight up 0. I am not afraid to make mistakes. 5.
Okay.
Like half and half. I could take it or leave it. I am happy to be me. 7.
7. All right. Here we go. My turn.
Yeah. Ready?
Yep.
Do you believe in yourself?
I'm gonna give that one like a 4.
Aw.
I'm not sure what they were like measuring there.
This would be interesting to have us fill it out for each other.
Oh,
Like,
I know. Like turn it around.
Yeah, to see the like outside perspectives too.
Interesting. We could do that next.
Yeah. Okay, so I am just as valuable as other people.
7.
Okay. I would rather be me than someone else.
10. Straight up.
I am proud of my accomplishments.
Like 9.
Like I could do better. I feel good when I get compliments.
Like 7.
I can handle criticism.
8.
Nice. I'm good at solving problems.
10.
And I love trying new things.
8. Depends on the thing. Sometimes I'm like, I need to settle in, please.
Yeah. I respect myself.
9.
I like the way I look.
Is there like a I don't give a shit answer?
You just put a dash.
I'm gonna just
Because
put
I
a
know you have like no
Yeah, I'm
mental
like,
image of yourself
dash
either.
/5. I don't know. Middle.
I love myself even when others reject me.
Like 2 at best.
I know my positive qualities.
Yeah, like 8, I think.
Okay. I focus on my successes and not my failures.
I don't focus on nothing at all ever.
Right. So then,
It's like a 4, maybe.
okay.
I don't know.
Are you afraid to make mistakes?
No, not at all.
Nice. I am happy to be me.
Like 9-ish, sure.
Overall, how would you rate your self-esteem on the following scale? I can completely dislike who I am, or I completely like who I am.
I don't know. I like who I am now.
Yeah.
Like the road to get there was not fun at all. It sucked.
No, but now is.
But now, like, I am confident in my ability to handle life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think is. Yeah.
Yeah. 0 to 10.
I don't know. Yeah. The answer is yeah. I mean, and it's hard again with like the self-esteem piece because like I'm not thinking about how I look because it's more compulsive than,
Right, but
like aesthetic.
I
And
know
then
people
there's,
that
like,
would be very hard for them.
Right. And then like focusing on my successes and not failures. Like I don't ruminate on almost anything.
No, I've always had like
I'm very like moment to moment to moment to moment.
I don't regret.
No, like I
'Cause
just
it
move
happened at this
through
point.
life.
You're
Right?
just so much better than me.
No.
You just move through life so easily.
Yeah, that's interesting. So let's see what this one says. So what would need to change in order for you to move up 1 point on the rating scale? Interesting.
What would you need to... Oh, on the overall score.
Yeah.
The last one. To move up
1 point.
1 point? The idea here being like, what's your biggest hang up?
Right.
So that you can fix it. I'm in a feedback loop.
I know. I'm like, I'm not
Like,
sure.
I love myself and others reject me. How do I fix that? Self-care and self-worth, but I'm trying to work on self-worth.
Right. Actually, I think, yeah, that's probably...
Or I can handle criticism. Something like
I'd
one of
rather
those.
be me than someone else. I don't know. I believe in myself is hard for me because, again, like, in what context? Everything needs context. Dang it.
I believe in you.
What does that mean, though?
To believe in someone?
Yeah.
It means that
You think I'm capable? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Because I could be capable.
And
That's
trust in your
fine.
decisions.
Oh, okay.
Like, you as a person.
Yeah. I don't know. To move up 1.
Tabaknak.
I don't know. That's an interesting one. Probably like love myself even when others reject me.
Yeah.
Would be the one that I would want to like work on actively,
Mm-hmm.
because I still like keep distance between myself and other people.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I'm gonna like either let you down at one point or like not nurture this relationship
I have
enough.
to figure it out.
I don't even know. We didn't even put ourselves on the line. Final score.
Overall, how would you rate your self-esteem on the following scale? 6?
Yeah, I was gonna say like 7, 8.
Mm-hmm. Right in there. And to improve it, how do I move up a point?
Yeah. For me, it would be that number 11. That like
would
love
need
myself
to change
when
in
others
order
reject
for
me.
you to move up. What would need to change? I'd not have EDS.
Fatigue. Fatigue would need to change.
I mean, that's kind of what my answer would be. And the way to fix that is
I
like
know.
better self-care.
Yeah.
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 Because I could move up.
We're
but-
stuck in the better self-care loop.
Yeah.
So better self-care for all. That's so interesting. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that last one, just because they like the checkup I like for the most part.
Yeah.
But again, like some of those like questions are so broad to me that I literally can't get there without context.
Right. Well,
It's so
the problem
hard.
is that your initial reaction is what you like what you react to, right? So like if you're asked one of those questions and you flinch, like you're gonna know exactly what
Right.
caused that.
Yeah.
And if you don't, then you don't. The idea, like you're trying to figure out what you're stuck.
Like
points
what
are.
the hang up is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. No, for me, I think like I like the way I look because I just don't think about
I
it.
think Randy likes the way you look too.
We can only hope.
Yeah.
It's been like 13 years. So
He's gonna let you down one day. He's gonna be like, you know what?
Your face, man. Your face.
Your face. Just your face.
Your face. I need you to sign these papers.
All right. So self-esteem sentence stems.
Okay.
Once you've been doing the exercise a fortnight.
Fortnite. 20 days you must do these exercises.
This self-esteem sentences worksheet is a template you and your client can use regularly. Oh, my client. Sharing and
We have
writing down
clients now.
emotions can be beneficial approach to discovering personal issues. Yeah, see?
Okay.
We're just trying to find the...
It's all diagnostic.
yeah.
Got it.
If you think of it that way, I think it's a lot easier. Because
Yeah.
then you can be like, oh,
So I'm
this
like, this
doesn't
is
apply.
not helpful. What the heck? Okay, so sentence stems. I've always wanted to.
What have you always wanted to?
I have always wanted to learn to play an instrument.
I have always wanted to learn how to play a specific instrument,
Which
Piano.
instrument?
like
Piano.
keyboards.
Piano and violin were like, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. It's good. I'm secretly afraid of.
Secretly afraid of. I'm pretty openly afraid of everything. Secretly afraid. I really don't know. I'm just being pedantic though. Like,
well,
what
for
are you
me,
afraid of?
I think I'm secretly afraid of being alone.
Yeah, I don't think it's a secret. But
Shut up.
no, I agree. Like loneliness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I went in my brain. Like I don't like feeling despair.
Yeah. That's yes.
This week I would enjoy doing Elitches.
Ditto.
Hell yeah.
Yes. I often look forward to bedtime.
Friday lives.
That too, yeah. Podcast in general.
Podcast lives and then bedtime.
Bedtime. That's it. That's all there is.
Actually, go back. When Jen gets home, honestly.
Yeah. There you go.
Like, I look forward to when Jen comes home.
I look forward to chill time with my family.
Wait, you have a family?
All of my animals, okay? They're my children.
These are the days of our lives. All right, so go down.
Oh my god. No. I feel something that the future holds for me is
Uncertainty.
terror. No, just kidding.
I mean,
I'm good with uncertainty.
death.
Yeah. Death. The future holds for me.
And I could get how that's a stuck point though. Like,
yeah.
I'm worried about this.
Well, it's also like there's
this is
something
what I'm
about
looking forward
like
to.
trauma and how it affects the way we live that
Mhm.
like we have a hard time picturing a future
Right.
at all. And so that one is absolutely stuck for me. I get so stuck there. I'm like, I don't know. I don't even know what's happening next week.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, next one.
I get my strength from
Family.
ditto.
Yeah, it's easy.
Mm-hmm. One thing a person couldn't live without is a person.
A girl has no name.
Am I the person?
No.
Water?
A person.
Food.
Yeah, this is one of again. This is one that's supposed to hit a
Oxygen.
nerve
Okay.
and be like, "Ooh, I couldn't live without my," you know what I mean?
Like water. Food.
Sustenance.
Drugs.
I would
No.
never. What would I never? I would never. What wouldn't I do though?
I would never run away into the woods alone for all eternity. I would never
bullshit.
do that.
That's so bullshit. She's waiting to go feral. Every second of every day, she's just waiting to go feral. So don't give me that. I would never. Oh, this is a weirdly specific one.
Mm-hmm.
I would never solo free dive.
That's fair. I would never go to space. Never.
I would.
Never.
Even
ever.
if I die in space,
Never,
I'd go to
ever,
space.
ever. That's no. Mm-mm.
I would absolutely.
No deep sea, no space. Thank
Okay.
you. But that's
It made me feel great when.
oh, and we got that new comment.
Oh God, yeah, same.
My heart.
Thank you, our new members of
Yeah.
the Discord. You're lovely people.
Yes. It was really sweet.
It
I
was.
appreciate it.
I needed it.
Yeah. I was like, oh God, the responsibility.
I love when.
We get to podcast.
Yeah. I was gonna say when a plan comes together.
Yes. I love when.
I love
find
when it
hard-
rains.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, it was important. I had to get it out. Yeah. I find it hard to. I want like an emotional answer here, but I don't
Mhm.
know. Like, because I'd be like any physical thing, I'd be like, oh, it's
Right.
difficult to do this, but I feel like this should be.
I find it hard to allow myself rest.
Yeah, that's a really good one for you.
Yeah.
I find it hard to let people help me sometimes.
That too. Yep.
Yeah.
It makes me angry when I feel misunderstood.
It makes me angry when I don't meet my own expectations. Like, I don't really get
That's
angry
why I
in
don't
general.
set expectations. I'm just like, I will see how this plays out.
The only times I get angry are when I fuck up something that I'm like, that
Right.
there's no reason.
And
that
then
should have
just
happened.
angry with yourself.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. I do that thing where I'm like, I'm angry because I knew that was going to happen.
Right.
And that makes me mad. Because I'm like, wait, nope, no, you don't. Let it play out. It played out exactly how we thought it was going to play out.
Yeah.
God dang it. Yeah. I sometimes fear that.
I sometimes fear the metal.
I too sometimes fear the metal.
I sometimes fear that. Oh, okay. That everyone treats me with kid gloves. Right? Like.
Yeah. I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
I sometimes fear that people think I'm faking.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that's a big one. Especially like doctors. Where you're like, oh, that interaction was weird. You don't believe me at all, huh?
Yeah. This week is going to be
over soon.
fucking mint.
Tomorrow's Sunday. Over soon. This day, the week will be over soon.
This week is going to be eventful. Like, I plan on doing a lot of stuff for the podcast this week, so.
Heck yeah. Well, and I'll be off, so. Yes. Okay. Something I deeply desire is...
Deeply desire.
A compound.
Yeah. Deeply desire would be the...
I deeply desire to be on a boat.
Okay. Well, that's always there.
Yep.
I want to be on a boat right now.
Yep.
Certain type of boat, though.
Yes.
We have different boats, though.
Yeah.
You're the
MC
laser.
is not the thing. We have the lasers. We should get
MC is what I want, though.
I know. I knew it was going to be.
It's AMC. Love that boat.
Kiss my transom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, that's good enough.
I flourish when.
Others believe in me.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I flourish when
Watered.
I can find laughter in things.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. This week I hope to go to Elitch's.
I hope to go to Illich's, but also to get a lot of stuff done for the podcast.
There you go.
I'm excited.
Something I do secretly.
Pause.
Is that actually what that says? Like I didn't read it wrong?
Yeah, no, something I do secretly. This is awkward, guys. I don't know if I should say this. I mean, I do it secretly.
I'm not telling you. What did you say?
Not anymore.
We're going to skip that question. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Fine. Wait, was there another one above it?
No.
Okay,
Something I
okay,
do
okay.
yeah. I find it hard to admit.
Defeat.
2 bagels. I find it hard to admit when I'm not okay.
Yeah. No, I don't have that, though, but you do. Because I'll openly tell Jen all the time.
Yeah.
Hey, Jen.
Well, I'll tell people like the individual things, but
Yeah.
like when it's weighing heavy on me, I don't admit it. I just carry on like it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I have big I just cry for a couple hours. Like 3-4 times a month. It's fine. I'm fine.
You're fine. She's fine, guys. Don't worry about it. All right. That was the end of
That's that. Interesting. So it sounds like it's a lot of like digging for the positives.
Yeah.
And then trying to identify where you struggle.
Yes.
Okay. Which I get, but like, I don't know, because it's hard for us because we did a lot of the like steps in between and out of order.
Mm-hmm.
Because we had to.
Yeah.
It was like, be emotionally intelligent or else
Or don't.
go.
Have fun.
Be free. Figure it out. Make friends with the floor. I don't know. But I don't know. For us, like, how do you seek it? How do you seek self-worth?
Well, I mean, so
I think first you have to admit that you
I was going
are
to say,
lacking.
at this point, you have to have already, identified that you're having an issue with your self-worth.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the sheet is supposed to help you come to terms with that too.
Right.
Because like imagine that you were seeing like a therapist or something for the first time.
Yeah.
And they're trying to figure out where you are.
Right.
Like,
right.
this would be a great.
This is like very diagnostic
Yeah.
for sure.
So seek it. You said it
I think-
earlier. It was really good.
You have to like build the confidence, and a lot of the other things come after. So pushing past fear, I think, is a really big part of building that esteem, because we all have that, like, there's going to be fear and emotional fear.
Yeah.
Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of people. What am I trying to say? fear of other people's disdain,
Right.
like fear of the shame, fear of, right? So I think you have to first push past the fear to prove to yourself that you are capable in a way. And then you just keep proving that you're capable by setting reasonable expectations. Or if you're me, you don't set any expectations, and then you just surprise yourself every once in a while, and you're like, hey, good job, me. That was cool. Good work. You are worth stuff.
How to seek it. Yeah.
But it's also admitting that, like, you have worth
Right.
regardless.
That's, yeah, the whole point of this is to be like, you look at the things that you feel you can handle and be happy with that. Like,
yeah. I think
you did it.
There's something I used to say when my friends were like in crisis, and it was like, if you can't find the light at the end of the tunnel, find someone who can.
Right.
And I think that's part of this. And I think a lot of our lack of self-worth and people in general comes from some sort of isolation.
Yeah.
And so if we stop isolating,
well, you beat me to it. I was gonna say, like, what I did, because I've been feeling like that, is that I was like, we should talk about it. Like,
yeah,
let's
process
go over
it.
everything.
Yeah, drag it through the mud.
Yeah.
But yeah, find other people and see if their perspective helps you find a different perspective.
Yeah. And, you know, if you need to do that, you can get it on our Discord.
Right. And then find someone who can, like, help you reality check.
Oh, yeah.
Or help you ground. Because how many times do we go back and forth where we're like,
oh, yeah,
I'm feeling away and I need help grounding.
Grounding time.
Please help me ground now.
Gravity, please.
Thank you. Yeah.
Like yesterday when you had to smother Jen.
Yep. Oh, that was, yeah.
That was
Jen
adorable.
was having a hard time, and she came and laid on the couch, and I was like, do you need a squish?
She told me.
She was like, what?
She told me later. She was like, I didn't think I'd like that, but I loved it. I was like, yeah.
The squish. Which is funny because, like, as children, we would all dogpile for self-regulation.
Mm-hmm.
So we would co-regulate by laying on top of one another in a stack.
Yep.
There you go.
Pro tip.
Yeah. Pro tip. Get someone to squish you. Get a big dog lay on top of you.
So what are the takeaways for our self-esteem episode?
I think it's important to be more aware of it.
Yeah. Being aware of what you think of yourself.
Yes. And being more aware of, like, not just what you say to yourself, but yeah, what you think about yourself and what you're projecting other people think about you or feel about you.
Oh yeah, that's huge.
Because that can get away from you real
I wish
quick.
people would do that more.
Yeah. Yeah. We just wish the world was more emotionally intelligent. That's all, just in general.
Right.
But yeah, no, I think for sure, like, being aware of it and then being aware that, like, you're not the only person who struggles with it. And it's okay to struggle with it.
Yeah.
But, like, call it out. Call it out. Find someone to help you, like, reality check.
Yeah.
To keep you grounded and to help you work through those, like, less
honestly
rational fears.
I don't know how people function without doing that, because we've always kind of had a system. Like, just even if we had to talk to each other,
right,
we would, like, it wasn't as frequent as it is now.
Yeah.
But, like, if there was an emergency, we would reach out, you know.
Right. It was always like, I need somebody. You just, like, reach across and hold their hand through it.
Right.
And that was, yeah. No, for sure. And that's always kind of how it's worked.
Yeah.
Because we just had, like, built-in buddies with siblings.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Always.
Well, find you a bestie. And reach out. Like I said, even with Summer, when my therapist was like, no, you need to reach out to people who are not your brother or your husband. And I was like, damn it, why? And then I did it, and it was terrifying. But once I had done it, I was like, oh, this feels good.
Yeah.
And I'm okay, and I'm safe, and it didn't hurt me to let somebody get closer.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, it's scary, and it's hard, but I think it's worth it.
Oh, yeah.
Because, and I'm going to say it, and you're not going to like it, but you're worth it. like you are worth the effort that you can put into it. Like, you're worth it.
Yeah.
And if you can't see that now, like I said, you go find someone who can. There you go.
Yeah. I like that. That was a good wrap up.
Right.
I had a thought.
Mm.
Oh, I wanted to, before we sign off, I wanted to say thank you, Randy.
Oh, yes.
All your help has been
producer,
amazing.
The producer
Yeah.
of Mr. Randy.
Added him to the team officially.
Mm-hmm.
Getting him a jersey. He's getting a 401k. You know, we got him. We're getting him the hookup.
We can't get you benefits, though. Sorry. We took all of the benefits.
I was gonna say, like,
No. I get your benefits. That's how that works. I need a lot of benefits.
no, I went there too,
Friends
Randy.
with
It's like I know exactly what you
Oh
meant.
no. I'm married
With benefits.
Great.
But yeah,
Great. Awesome.
like sincerely, thank you.
Yeah.
It's been awesome.
Absolutely. And thank you.
Me?
Yeah.
For what?
For all the work you've put into this.
Oh, I was like, did I do something? What?
Every week.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Shut up.
And the editing.
Yeah, I do the editing.
Yep.
You can blame me for that.
I'm gonna beat him.
It's gotten better. You gotta admit, the edits have gotten a lot
But
better.
that's the thing. Like, we're learning as we go, and each of those like mistakes is like a rung on the ladder.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we haven't let it slow us down or like
yeah.
discourage
There's
us.
never been anything that we're like, I can't overcome this. We're like, I know what I did wrong. I know how to fix it. We're gonna do this.
Yeah.
But without your drive, I don't think we would have. So thank you.
Oh yeah. And thank you for. What do you thank her for? Existing? Like how do you say
Thanks
thanks?
for existing.
Thanks for not being here.
I'll second that. Thanks for existing.
Yeah, see, it's a common sentiment amongst the people.
Great.
Most people agree that it's good that you exist.
Great. 5-star existence rating. Awesome. I'll take it.
Hey, take what you can get.
Right. There you go. All right, my friends. Thank you so much for hanging out and coming along. This was it's an interesting one to talk about because we've come so far, but it's one of those things like when you see a baby growing, you don't really notice it until you see the before and after. So some of that in between gets lost. So it's kind of interesting to go back and try to track it down and apply it. And it still applies.
Yeah, like brushing up on it.
Yeah.
Like I feel way better now.
Well, good.
I had to have gotten something out of it.
Yeah. Even if just like word vomit, get it out.
Mm-hmm.
Get it out. You don't need it in there. But I think, it was good talk.
You got this, champ.
Yeah. Good talk. I'm a really awkward dad. That's what that was. I don't know.
She really is.
All right, my loves. Take care of you. Take care of others. And we will see you in the next one. And don't forget that you have worth, regardless of what you can produce for yourself or for others.
And don't forget our Teespring. We're going to update it soon with other designs.
Yes.
Bye.
We got fun stuff. Bye-bye.